Nutrition Science. Introduction to Designing a Healthy Diet. What makes a diet healthy? What does the word healthy even mean? Each of us might picture something different when we think of a healthy diet. And if you travel around the world, you'll find even more variation in how people define this term. Indeed, humans are incredibly flexible when it comes to food. We are omnivores, and we can survive and thrive on a wide variety of different foods. The foods that nourish our bodies are often the same foods that nourish our souls, bringing us together with friends and family, celebrating traditions, and conjuring memories of meals past. We'll begin our study of nutrition by zooming in on nutrients, the molecules in food that nourish us, to begin to understand what each gives us. Then we'll zoom back to consider some tools for choosing foods that will together provide us with all the nutrients we need. Because whatever the deep and complex meanings that food brings to our lives and our culture, we also want to choose foods that will enable us to be well, to fuel our activities, to prevent disease, and to live long, healthy lives. With this series, you should be able to define nutrition, food, and nutrients, and describe how nutrition is related to health, including risk of chronic disease. Describe the different factors that impact food choices. Understand the basic structure of molecules and that all nutrients are also chemical molecules. Be able to describe the 6 types of nutrients and the various ways they are classified. Understand how the dietary reference intakes are determined, what each type of dietary reference intake value means, and how they are used. Be able to use the information in a nutrition facts label to understand the nutritional qualities of a food. Be familiar with several concepts that are helpful in planning a healthy diet, including adequacy, balance, moderation, variety, nutrient density, and empty calories. Be familiar with and able to use tools for planning a healthful diet, including My Plate and the Dietary Guidelines for Americans. So what is nutrition? Simply put, food is the plants and animals that we eat, and nutrition is how food affects the health of the body. According to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, food is essential. It provides vital nutrients for survival and helps the body function and stay healthy. Food is comprised of macronutrients, including protein, carbohydrate, and fat that not only offer calories to fuel the body and give it energy, but play specific roles in maintaining health. Food also supplies micronutrients such as vitamins and minerals, and phytochemicals that don't provide calories but serve a variety of critical functions to ensure the body operates optimally. Phytochemicals are compounds found in plants that give them their smell, taste, and color. They are technically nutrients, but many have been shown to affect human health. The study of nutrition goes beyond just a discussion of food and the nutrients needed by the body. It includes how those nutrients are digested, absorbed, and used by the cells of the body. It examines how food provides energy for daily activities and how our food intake and choices impact body weight and risk for chronic diseases such as heart disease and type 2 diabetes. It also provides insight on behavioral, social, and environmental factors that influence what, how, when, and why we eat. Thus, nutrition is an important part of the overall discussion of health and wellness. How nutrition affects health. The World Health Organization defines health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. The WHO recognizes nutrition as a critical part of health and development, noting that better nutrition is related to improved infant, child, and maternal health, stronger immune systems, safer pregnancy and childbirth, lower risk of non-communicable diseases such as type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease, greater longevity, greater productivity, creating opportunities to break cycles of poverty and hunger. Malnutrition, including both undernutrition and overnutrition, is a significant threat to human health. In fact, nutrition is associated with 4 of the top 10 leading causes of death in the United States, including heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and stroke. Age-adjusted death rates for the 10 leading causes of deaths. For the United States, nutrition can affect the health of the mind as well as the body. For example, some research suggests that the foods people eat can influence their mood. In a 2019 study of moderately depressed people aged 17 to 35 years old, found that when half of them shifted towards the Mediterranean-style eating pattern for 3 weeks, emphasizing more fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean protein sources, unsweetened dairy, fish, nuts and seeds, olive oil, and spices, their depression levels decreased compared to participants who continued their usual eating habits. Some, but not all, other studies have also found links between healthier diets and decreased risk of depression. It's not clear why this might be, but researchers speculate that decreased inflammation or changes in the body's microbiome caused by these dietary patterns may play a role in brain functioning and mental health. This is an area that requires much more research, but as you're thinking about dietary choices, it's worth thinking about how food makes you feel. In addition to nutrition, health is affected by genetics, the environment, life cycle, and lifestyle. One important facet of lifestyle is personal dietary habits. Dietary habits include what a person eats, how much a person eats during a meal, how frequently meals are consumed, and how often a person eats out. Other aspects of lifestyle include physical activity level, recreational drug use, and sleeping patterns, all of which play a role in health and impact food choices and nutrition status. Following a healthy lifestyle improves your overall health and well-being. Nutrition science. Introduction to designing a healthy diet. What makes a diet healthy? What does the word healthy even mean? Each of us might picture something different when we think of a healthy diet. And if you travel around the world, you'll find even more variation in how people define this term. Indeed, humans are incredibly flexible when it comes to food. We are omnivores, and we can survive and thrive on a wide variety of different foods. The foods that nourish our bodies are often the same foods that nourish our souls, bringing us together with friends and family, celebrating traditions, and conjuring memories of meals past. We'll begin our study of nutrition by zooming in on nutrients, the molecules in food that nourish us. To begin to understand what each gives us. Then we'll zoom back to consider some tools for choosing foods that will together provide us with all the nutrients we need. Because whatever the deep and complex meanings that food brings to our lives and our culture, we also want to choose foods that will enable us to be well, to fuel our activities, to prevent disease, and to live long, healthy lives.